it's Kirsty here. Welcome to 5 Steps to Regaining Your Self-Confidence in the next few hours. So are you ready to actually start retrieving your self-confidence finally back? And well, I would stay tuned if that's the case, because I've got lots of hot tips and steps of how you're going to do that literally moments after this video is finished. This show will transform your life from the inside out, because who doesn't want to live a fulfilling and happy life? Welcome to the Kirsty Show. So remember, stay tuned, because my journey has been full of lots of experience in the last decade or so as I've been working as a coach. I started off as a confidence coach, working with many people over the last 10 years with confidence issues. So what I've done is I've amalgamated all my learnings and lessons that I've seen in patterns of human beings and collected it and put it into a short video today for you, so that you can have the decade of experience in the next few minutes. So don't forget to subscribe below, and if you have anybody you know who you think might benefit from this video, then please don't hesitate, do share. And there's a little bell underneath, press that, and then you'll get the up-to-date latest videos that I release every single week on things that are going to support and help you transform from the inside out. So before we start, first of all, I want to just share with you a little bit about what it is to be self-confident and what confidence really, really means. Now, the interesting thing about confidence is that every single human being is born on this planet a blank canvas and definitely doesn't arrive with confidence issues. So what happens? Well, through experiences of life, what we do is we create a relationship towards that in our minds, which decides on us whether we think something good or bad. And depending on our surroundings, our upbringing, our parents, our education, where we live, our religion, depends actually on how we create those imprints. And so what happens is, as we start to grow up, different people have different experiences and different outcomes, which then impacts what they think is their self-confidence. So it doesn't actually matter today who you are and what your past has been, because I'm going to give you some steps right now so that you can actually start to retrieve that. But before I do, I just want to also remind you that at the end of this session today, I have got an absolutely magical free bonus just for you. So stay tuned, and I will show you where you can download the 13 steps of how to be able to overcome any anxiety feelings are happening right now, right here. So stay tuned and I'll let you know that. Okay, guys, you ready? Let's dive into it. So what is the first thing that we need to address when we are looking at being able to shift our relationship to our confidence, whether that's a low confidence or just a low confidence or whatever it may be, the confidence that you feel is lacking? Well, the first thing we need to do is we have to, first of all, change the way we think. Now, thoughts are either in the future. Oh, what should I do tomorrow for dinner when my friends are coming around? Oh, the past. Oh God, I probably shouldn't have said that. Past, future. Thoughts are actually never present. They're always in the future or always in the past, which means that actually when we are in thinking or thought mode, we are completely unconscious and we've left this present moment to go into somewhere other place. A past moment that's already gone that we can't do anything about, future moment that we actually can't do anything about either. So literally stress, anxiety, low confidence, all those things that are downward spiraling and non-supportive exist in the future or the past thought. They're the things that feed that experience. So how do we gain control of our thoughts? Well, what we need to do first of all is become aware. So when we become aware that we are being quite hard on ourselves, oh, I can't do that, other people are better than me, last time I did that I failed, or I don't want to look stupid, people are talking about me, all those sort of comments that I'm sure at some point you've probably had a thought or two of. What they do is they really create a belief in you that actually this is your reality and you can't possibly go and have the confidence to go and do that because of, and what the mind will do is it'll drag up past events, history, historical things and drag it into your now to support that thought. So it makes it feel incredibly real. The truth is how long do you want to carry on dragging up something that happened 25 years ago into your now and not allowing yourself to be the fullness of who you are? Well, you don't, and it's actually really exhausting and it's hard work dragging all this stuff along. So what we have to do is, number one, become aware that we are actually being quite down and doubtful and negative on ourselves. Number two is we're now going to put our attention on something different. Now, whether you believe it or not, you're better telling yourself, I feel confident, than saying, I can't do that, I can't do that, I can't do that. Because what will happen is the can'ts will fulfill you physically, emotionally, and mentally, and stop you in your guard. When you start saying, I can do this, I can do this, and what you realise is that everything that we go to do and try for the first time is just the first time. And so sometimes we just don't get it right. But that's not failure. That's actually the most successful people on this planet have had to get things wrong to get to where they are today. And it's because they're not fearful of doing those things and getting them wrong that they are where they are today. So actually, is it a bad thing to mess up? No way. It's so not. There's no such thing as failure. It's just an absolute sign of either have to go back to the drawing board, try it again, or you need to go in a different direction. So, number one, become aware of your thoughts. Step one. Number two, the vision of yourself. I am amazed with my own journey and speaking to others of how long it took before I actually sat down and went, who do I want to become? Who do I want to be? What do I want to aspire to? And I hadn't actually taken any time out to go, well, do you know what? I really want to be the best version of myself. I want to fulfill my dreams and serve other people and make a difference to the planet. I want to be able to keep on learning and nurturing my soul so that I can share these things with other people. I want to live in the presence of my life. I want to be present in it and not be off worrying about things. I want to actually be full of joy and happiness and appreciation for the really small things, so the big things just seem unbelievably amazing. And I hadn't sat down and I hadn't done that. And I wonder how many of you have done that. And if you haven't, then I think it's really important that you do. You take a paper and a pen and you write down, who do I want to become? Because actually who you are today is a collection of things that you've done before that have led you to who you are right now. So who you are right now does not determine who you become. Who you are right now is determined from what you have done prior. So going forward, you get to choose. So maybe that is, I want to be the most confident version of myself. I want to believe in myself. I want to feel good about myself. I want to like myself. Whatever it may be, get it written down so you've at least got an intention and a goal for you to work towards. And all of us need to keep on growing. So nobody should be complacent with who they are right now, because complacency is actually like the shortcut to death. We need to continually grow to feel fulfilled. So you must have something that's at least slightly more than where you are right now, so that you've got some sort of challenge or some sort of growth to be able to aspire to. So write down what your vision is of yourself. Deal? Fab. Okay, step 3. Face your fears. You've probably heard this before. Right, fear, interesting concept. So fear, F-E-A-R, basically stands for false evidence appearing real. I love that. So what that means is actually fear is a concept of which we create within this part of our head and this part of our head. And it's, again, usually based on either looking to other people's opinions and seeing their reactions, or our own past experiences. So that could be nurture nature. It could be that you've actually just grown up being around the parent that's really scared about everything, and that's rubbed off on you, and you've bought into that belief, and now that's who you've become. Or it could be that you've actually gone through an experience, something gone right, and you've gone, oh my goodness, it's the end of the world. And so that's created a fear too. And actually all a fear is repetitive, like, dialogue within our brain that's telling us, oh, we can't do that because that equals a bad ending. Now, what we need to start asking ourselves is how much of this stuff is real that we're telling ourselves. Because actually, if you knew how powerful you were, you would never have another piece of fear in your whole entire life. Because actually, humans can really do a lot. We just don't tend to live to our full potential because we get lost in here. If it wasn't for the limitation of our minds, the prison of our thoughts, you know, every human would be living to their full potential. So who do you want to be? Do you want to be living in fear? Or do you want to be one of those that goes, no, do you know what? I'm going to start questioning this. Is this false evidence that's appearing real? Real. That's what you should ask yourself. And if it's the, this is maybe not even my opinion, my belief, and perhaps it happened a long, long, long time ago, this situation, then I suggest you drop it, because that's exhausting. So face your fears and do not be scared. okay? I know that we've all got them, but we've got to learn to just let them go, let them go. Okay, still with me? Having a good time? Thumbs up? All right, step 4. Step 4 is we've got to practice at becoming confident. What do I mean by that? Okay, let's go back to learning to ride your bike. The first time you got on your bike, it was a little bit tough for those people that have learned to ride, that is. And maybe you're a bit wobbly, and maybe things didn't go to plan. But eventually, after practice, you became okay. And then you start going out on your bike every single night to meet your friends. And within one summer, you became amazing. And within 1 year, you became fantastic. And with 10 years, you became maybe an athlete in cycling. I don't know, hypothetical. But anyway, what I'm trying to say to you is, what happened there? Was it that you woke up one day and you were fully confident at that thing? Or was it that you repeated a certain behavior over and over and over again, and suddenly, hey, guess what? You are excellent at it. And you know what? That's actually what confidence is. It's practice. So even if you feel not a confident speaker, or confident like walking into a new crowd of people, or confident in the way you hold yourself, or confident in the way, I don't know, the way you speak, look, talk, etc. Trust me, those that you look at that you think are confident, all they've done is they've practiced over and over and over and over and over again to become that. And if you take all top athletes, they weren't born like that. They've had to practice over and over and over again. So confidence is also practice. Do not forget, if something you're not being confident in, just get out there and keep doing it over and over again until you become confident at it. Okay, number 5 is it's okay to not be perfect. Guess what? Perfection doesn't exist. None of us are perfect. We're all expanding, growing beings who are getting better at things as we develop things and practice and do things more and more and more and more. So nobody is perfect, and actually, thank goodness, because perfection would be pretty ugly if everybody was perfect. Where would we go? What would we do? We wouldn't have the ability to expand and enjoy success of growing. And actually, that's what makes us feel really good inside, and we need that. So, is imperfection okay? Yes, it is, absolutely. Now, I want you to remember that. Stop comparing yourself to other people and other situations and things, thinking they're all so amazing and wonderful and I'm so not. It's just simply not true. We're all imperfect, and we're all practicing to become better at whatever we're doing. And sometimes we might get it really right, and sometimes we might get it really wrong, but who cares? You're going to be in it to win it. And the most important thing is this, is that, you know, it doesn't matter if things don't work out perfectly. As long as you give 100% to everything you do, then that is actually perfection in a different angle, because that's all you can do. So remember to accept that, you know, the power of like imperfection is totally cool. It's absolutely fine. You know, it's okay to be not perfect. But as long as you have got your personal vision of what you want to aspire to and keep that intention in mind, and you're taking steps every day to move forward, to develop and become that, then who cares about the rest? Who cares? So if this information has been helpful or you've enjoyed this, then please say yay below, or give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you haven't enjoyed it, because I'm always trying to develop and grow myself. And remember, if there's anybody you know you think will benefit from this, please do share, because I'd love other people, as many people's hearts for this to touch, to make a difference to the planet. So if you know someone, share and tell them to subscribe to my channel, to join my Facebook group, which is a link below. And now let me tell you about the 13 steps bonus. Okay, so I have written a little bonus package down below. You just need to double click on it. It's a free download. And what it is 13 steps for you to instantly implement if you are ever feeling a level of anxiety. You implement these steps and it will switch off. So download that now, even if it's not for you, send it to somebody else, download it now. It's completely free of charge. It's all for you, so don't forget and don't miss it. Otherwise, I'm going to put some other links below to other videos I think that would be also appropriate that follow this video on. I'd love again to hear what you think about this. Do say hi below, do subscribe. Otherwise, do you know what? Have a fabulous day.